Yeah.
Well, that's a pity, because I wanted to ask you about Berwyn, because I know you've done your own research into the Berwyn Mountain UFO case, and I've made a film Berwyn.
In volume 5, which we have in front of you.
Right,
as
but we can
well.
still discuss
Oh,
that
we can still discuss
in the
it,
final
yeah,
show.
but yeah.
Because I'm interested to know what you found, because I believe you've possibly got information that I've not seen before, I think.
Well, probably not, but still.
Well, I'm interested to see what
we'll
you've...
see.
We'll see what you've got.
Yeah, okay.
Right, before we go, we're going to discuss another case from the Isle of Wight, and this is another alleged UFO landing.
It's certainly an interesting case, and it took place on the 10th of July 67, and it started off when some schoolboys were queuing to go into school at Whippingham near Newport, Isle of Wight, when they saw a milky white disc resembling two saucers joined together, hovering in the sky over the hovercraft test tank research establishment. And then these children on their way home by bus noticed some strange marks in the barley crop in the field, which was then owned by farmer John Warne of Coburg Farm. He telephoned the police. They contacted Leonard Cramp. He's an aeronautical engineer with the British Hovercraft Corporation. And he was also a member of the Isle of Wight UFO Society. He carried out an investigation accompanied by squadron leader Bob Cox, Tom Pattison, David Crewman and John Feekins, who was also involved with the Isle of Wight UFO Society. Their investigation lasted over 6 weeks, and it was absolutely an interesting case where Len told us, and bear in mind that Len Cramp, we felt quite privileged to enter into correspondence with Len Cramp. Very clever man. The Isle of Wight for a number of years and passed away approximately 4 years ago or thereabouts. And his son Gary sent us some photographs, and Len gave us permission to use the photographs as published in Flying Saucer Review of the marks in the barley crop, and certainly something caused those marks. Anyway, he said, what we found in the field and subsequently in other fields, we did, until the time of writing, kept to ourselves in order to ensure the crop of barley would have been safeguarded. And he says that unknown to the two boys, and this is the boys that have originally brought it to the attention of the police, Len said, we found a trail which looked like a mad thing that ploughed across the fields for over 3/4 of a mile. And then he goes on about the centre of some of the vortices had tips with broken stalks and others had nothing. And then he said that he found a lot of bird feathers all over the place. That's right. At the beginning of the trail, a small wood pigeon lay dead. Its feathers were scattered along the trail I'd noticed a few days before. He also found young feathers of a juvenile bird. Large pieces of stone and concrete they found on top of the barley, pieces of paper and other material which shouldn't have been where we found it.
And was a craft witnessed in association with
we've
these
got
marks?
the boys talking about what they saw, a saucer-shaped object. The boys saw the saucer-shaped object going over, and then when they left for school, in the afternoon and got on the bus.
Because the marks they're parallel to the road.
Yeah.
So it looks like whatever it was, if it was an object making that it's been traversing over the top road.
I'm sure that it had. I've never really been that interested in we use a horrible word, crop circles, for want of a better word. But although I have visited quite a number with Dawn over the years, and there is nothing like the experience of standing inside a freshly made crop circle. But what's always intrigued me has been where some of the crop, the grass or the barley, has been feather cut. Actually down the stalks have been feather cut, but we do as we get into the 90s, we spent a lot of time down Wiltshire, down Adams Grave, West Kennet, East Kennet or West Kennet, Long Barrow and Alton Barnes. So we have tons of stuff down there, but we've actually been out in the field, as it were, and
I've done my own little piece on crop circles, so I'll give you a copy of my film.
Is that good or bad?
Well, it looks at the skullduggery of it all,
Oh,
basically.
skullduggery. Skullduggery, yeah.
But yeah, okay.
We'll not mention any names at this moment.
All right then, John.
Well, thank you.
Yep, and thank you. And we'll be back again next week with some more from John Hanson. But until then, believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. I'm Richard D. Hall. Good night.